Good morning. Oh, how fun. My Wi-Fi says connection is unstable, even though I'm connected to the router. Try plugging into your router and move closer to it. I am. I'm as close as possibly can be. Am I blurry? Let me check on my phone. I may have to switch to my phone like I usually do, depending on the blurriness. It says I have one Wi-Fi bar, which is hilarious because I'm 2 inches away from the router. Oh, Lord. Good morning, everyone, though. How are you all? Let's see. Let's see if Danielle is blurry. I am. Perfect. Okay. Let's try this again. Good morning, Carrie. I think I'm gonna switch to my phone because I'm blurry even though I'm next to my Wi-Fi, which is really cool. Let's see, what is my email address? Good morning, Teresa. I'm about to switch to my phone because it's blurry even though I'm connected to my router. 462344. Okay. Let's do this. How do I open you? Enter Studio. Sorry, guys. Thanks for your patience. Wait a second. I should have done this from the get-go, but I had high hopes that it was going to work.
And then how do I
leave this one?
Do I just X out?
Do I just X out?
Okay. All right. Good morning. This is better, I hope. Does anyone know? So I connected my USB cord to my router and then to my computer. Do I have to do anything beyond that to like hardwire it? Does anybody know? I'm not going to try it right now so that we can just move on with our lives, but it would be helpful to know. So it's 10 a.m. here in New Mexico. I'd love to hear where you guys are all at, and I appreciate you being here. I just haven't come on here for a live in quite some time, and thought it would be fun to just catch up. And I figured if I do it in the morning, then I have the rest of the day to do stuff, because I feel like it's harder to work around your schedule if you have something like in the middle of the day or something. So I thought I would try it this morning, though it seems like we've only got 2 humans, which is fine. I'm grateful for anybody who is and isn't here, and usually a few come along the way. So thanks for being here, guys. I also had water. How are you? Oh, how are you, Teresa and Carrie? And it looks like Megan was here at some point, but not currently. Oh, morning, Megan. How are you? We like randomly woke up at like 3 in the morning or something, and then fell back asleep. Woke up again at 6:45 in the morning, and then fell back asleep. So I literally set an alarm. By the way, you're gonna hear outdoor noises because I get the best connection when my phone is by the window. So I literally woke up at 9:30 and now I'm here. So I'm a little tired, but that's okay. I'm excited because I have a day off of everything. If you guys have known me for a while, you know that I spread myself quite thin and tend to do a lot of things. So like currently I, go to grad school and work and babysit weekly. Maybe you guys probably don't know that part, but I do babysit weekly, and then also trying to find face painting gigs and all that kind of good stuff. So pretty busy, but it's nice to have a day to myself. And my honey, he's somewhere. Yay, Carrie, I'm so happy to hear from you. Carrie's doing good. I'm good. I'm just sleepy. I filmed a video last night, so I'm excited because I get to edit it today or tomorrow, have it up by Tuesday. I feel so much more relaxed now that we moved from Sundays to Tuesdays, so that I don't have to feel like I have to crunch it into one day, and because that's a lot. Megan says, I'm good. How are you? I'm making a frozen pizza for lunch because it's gonna be a snow day. Oh, that's fun. Do you like snow days or not really? And how many inches are you expecting? It only snowed here once in New Mexico this year, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it doesn't snow like often here, but usually more than just once. But our cars are frosted overnight and all that kind of good stuff. I am busy all the time. I've always been like this. I'm tired of being like this, but also I just keep doing it. I don't know, man. What's the theme? So the video is gonna be some Valentine's Day gnomes. I was reaching out to see what might be a good video, and well, I took on the Valentine's Day twist because I love Valentine's Day. But a few folks recommended gnomes and said it went really well for them. So I was like, okay, I have only made one gnome ever in a Christmas video for my first year on YouTube. So I was like, well, I'll give it a try. And I feel like I came up with a method that's pretty simple and uses simple materials. So I like to be cozy, dude. Same. Like when I'm in virtual class, I have like a blanket on me and coffee, and I'm snuggled up on the couch. It's the best. 1 to 3 inches. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, good morning. Is it La Parsha? Is that pronounced right? Yes, I'm gonna be doing a gnomes video, so it'll be up on Tuesday. And I tried to use slightly different methods for each one of my gnomes. So that it gives people variety. So like they have different, I guess when I say that, I mean that they all have different beards so that you can have a variety of options. But the base is all made the same and it was super simple. I was kind of panicking, not knowing what to do. And luckily the construction I came up with worked. Yes, Teresa, I do recall you trying a few gnomes and they looked a little like voodoo dolls. Yay, I'm glad I pronounced it right. Teresa, same here. That's why I don't make them. I like how these ones turned out. I will say they're not like perfect, or I mean, I shouldn't say they're not perfect. They look really good, but you know, some people like they've got it down to a science, and it looks really good. Like oh man, I can't think of her name. If I think of it, I'll let you know. But there's one woman I remember on YouTube who's like super good at it, and I follow like a Facebook group or page of this woman who just makes gnomes. And they are some intense, gorgeous freaking gnomes. Good morning, everyone. I love that all three of you are chatting, but it tells me there's only 2 humans. I should play this on my laptop too so that I can get hours from myself. So yeah, I mean, how are you guys feeling about Valentine's Day videos right now? Do you still like them? Are you burnt out? I love Valentine's Day. I feel like I don't usually craft for Valentine's Day. I love decorating for it and I love getting dressed up and I don't know. Glitzy Stitches good at gnomes. Gosh, I can picture the woman's face, but I can't think of her name. She's blonde and has longish hair. She was like one of my first subscribers that had more than like no subscribers. I think I was excited because at the time she had like 2,000 subscribers and I was like, oh my gosh, someone's following me. Hey, get out of here. That's Kobe. He says good morning. Sorry, I'm just putting this on my laptop so that I can on my personal account. I don't have like another channel. I just have like the email I used before I was on YouTube, and I I help myself get minutes. Glitzy Stitches is good at Gnomes. I feel like I read that. I don't know if I've watched one of their. Mute. I don't know if I've watched one of theirs before. Okay. Let's see what else people are saying. I have a Valentine's Day video on Tuesday. I'm debating on doing one more after that, says Teresa. Last year I feel like there wasn't a lot of Valentine's Day videos and there wasn't like hope that they would do well, but it seems like people are pretty excited about this year. And maybe they're very Christmased out, who knows, but I love Valentine's Day. I should probably go crazier for Valentine's Day videos than I do, but that's okay. I feel like now is still the sweet spot since there's a little less than 1 month to go until Valentine's Day, so I would say the sooner the better. Oh, cute Kobe. Thanks, Megan. Yeah, I think right now is a good spot. I think right now I prefer the Valentine's Day videos over the excuse me, what am I saying? Oh, over the like winter DIYs. I'm a little wintered out. I think because those start around the same time the Christmas ones do or holiday ones do, like way in like October and stuff. So I kind of prefer the Valentine's Day right now. What are you guys planning on doing after Valentine's Day? I think there's a few things I want to try that I haven't yet that are good for like any time of year. So I might do some stuff that's not specific to like a theme or a holiday. Becky Muir on Instagram has awesome notes. Man, I don't know who that is. I'll have to look up. I prefer shabby chic romantic to Valentine's cutesy. Yeah, you're totally right. There's a lot of people who have some really gorgeous, like shabby chic type of DIYs right now with like the pastels. Those are super pretty. That makes me reflect that my gnomes are pretty obnoxious. But that's okay. I've never tried the shabby chic style. I think I would like to try it. I really like the pastels and the florals and all that stuff. I guess I just don't know what I would make. Spring and everyday stuff, yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. I've got, like I said, some ideas in mind that are not relevant to anything specific. And we might go that way. So the person I'm thinking of, I feel like her name is either Lori or Lisa, and I keep thinking about the Schwoen's Nest, but I don't think that's them. Gosh, I don't know. Megan says, yeah, I'm wintered out too. I thought about doing it, but with all the snow we're getting, I just can't. I want to do spring decor and St. Patty's Day and then jump into Easter. Oh, I love Easter. That's my two favorite holidays are Valentine's Day and Easter. I want to jump on that ASAP. Teresa says, my stuff coming up is neutral, shabby chic, and French. Ooh, so you'll have to keep an eye out for Teresa's videos if that's of interest to you guys. Maybe I'll watch some more videos. I have been enjoying watching people's shabby chic stuff. But just haven't tried it yet. I don't know why. I really love pastel colors and I like florals. I'll try something. We'll see how it goes. I prefer that over farmhouse. If you guys have been here, I'm not a big farmhouse girl. I like watching it. It's just not my style. Like I wouldn't put it in my house. So then I'm like, well, why am I going to make it? Although I don't really know that my house has much of style anyways. So what else is new? So the public schools here in Santa Fe are going remote learning this coming week, aside from MLK Day, of course. And so my job at Girls Inc., we like pick up the girls from their schools and drop them off or bring them to our center and do like after school programming with them and lots of activities and games and art and cooking and all sorts of fun stuff. But because they're not going to the schools, we're not going to be picking them up. So we're just going to be doing like a bunch of planning and stuff. But anyways, I'm curious to know what's like, are the schools going remote anywhere else? And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but it was just thrown upon us like Wednesday that next week they would go remote, and supposedly it's only for 1 week. We'll see. But they are also thinking about if it's going to be long term, maybe opening the doors so that kids can come study there, so that parents don't have to take off work, which will be pretty cool. Um, but yeah, yeah. If you haven't watched any of my recent ketchup things, not like eating ketchup, but updates. I'm working at Girls Inc. now. I'm with Preteen Group, and they're pretty awesome. I'm really liking it, and the team is fabulous. They are so funny and so goofy and so like communicative. I don't know. It's a really awesome team, so I'm excited to be there. All right, I missed a whole bunch of chatter. Let's see. Megan said, yes, there's been a lot of shabby chic Valentine's Day this year. Yeah, it's been really popping off. And Jade says I have Modern Farmhouse coming up too. People love that. That's wonderful. I'll still watch it. I just won't be making it. I have to catch up on Teresa's videos. I haven't watched one in a while. Yeah, I think I watched one like a week ago, and that was it. I have to catch up on your videos, Teresa. I should not have just outed myself, but I did. Our schools are still live, but they can do remote if they want to. Oh, that's kind of cool that they have the option. That's how my college is doing it. Like they have some classes that are remote and some that are in person. Although like basically the second someone has any symptoms, it goes remote anyways. For at least that week, not forever. Eating ketchup. Yeah. I realized when I said catch up, it sounded more like ketchup. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I really loved ketchup, and I would like hide under the kitchen table and just drink it out of the bottle. Cool. Though now I'm more of a barbecue sauce girl. It's my favorite thing ever. Yeah, it's a mix of in-person and remote. In-person here in Florida. Oh, you're in Florida too. I didn't know that. You and Teresa are both in Florida, LaParsha. I kind of like that the kids can have an option. That's kind of neat. I know it's also been hard. Like the family I babysit for every week works from home, but because they have a 2-year-old, it's really hard to actually, and actually that's not true. I have 2 families I babysit for, both of which work from home. However, both of which also have a 2-year-old, and it's really hard for them to get work done when they have a 2-year-old running amok in their house and like needing things and whatever. So I just hang out and play with them and play games and make art and go to the park and whatever else while they are able to actually focus and get their work done. So it's a pretty unique situation, but it's pretty cool. So I feel like even when parents are able to work remote while children are remote, although obviously the 2-year-olds aren't, it's got to be difficult too. So like that family that I'm babysitting for also has a 6 or 7-year-old who's going to be remote while both parents are also working remotely. So it's like, how do they help him with homework when they're also working? I don't know. It's complicated. So I'm going to try to help them out while I'm also working. And yet my work wants me to work extra hours. So I'm going to try to do both. I mean, I'll meet at least my regular hours and try to come in when I can. But I also just feel bad that it's like a tricky situation. I work from home. It's so hard when my son was remote. Teresa, that was LaParsha. Teresa says it was so hard when the kids were remote. Yeah, it sounds like it is, man. It sounds tough. Like, I think for people who don't have kids, they're like, oh, they work from home anyways. But it's really hard to like also engage them. So even like when this was all happening when I was still in Wisconsin and I was at the shelter, I helped a kiddo with his kindergarten class get onto his Chromebook and everything. But even then, it's like, how do you engage them if you're not helping them with it or helping them figure out what to click and how to do their homework and all that kind of stuff. So it seems tough. I give you all props if you're moms and you've helped, or parents of any kind, and have helped their kids with remote work. It sounds tough for sure. I really wanted a remote job for a while, and then I got one when I first moved here. Well, a few months after I moved here. And I was like, this is gonna be great. I want to be at home all the time. And I was like, pandemic made me total homebody. And I was like, yes, I love being at home. I'm gonna get a remote job so I can just sit in my jammies and work from home. And I didn't like it. I mean, the work itself was like not super thrilling for me. It was supposed to be in person, and I think it would have been more engaging for me if it was in person. But I also was spending like 5-6 hours a day, because again, I work part-time because I'm in school at the desk working. And then I would be like mentally exhausted. And then I would switch from the desk to the couch. And I was like, well, this is lame. I haven't done anything today. So I don't know. I thought it would be so much cooler. And maybe it depends on the job. I know a lot of people that work remotely and like it. One of my best friends does social media stuff from home, and she basically always has, except for several years, I mean, except for when she has meetings and stuff like that in person. But even pre-pandemic, she was working from home and really loving it. But it just wasn't for me, I guess. I thought I would love it, but I just don't. Yay, 8 humans! Make sure you guys like this video so that other humans will want to watch it, or aliens, or cats with thumbs. Just kidding. Yeah. Are you guys working in person, or are you working from home? How is that going? I'm working in person because I do like direct facilitation with the preteens at Girls Inc. However, like I said, this week they're having school from home. So we're just gonna like go in the office and like mega plan for like a spring break camp and just basically make sure everything's good to go for when they come back. Megan says, by the way, Megan's the crafty queen if anyone's not aware. My job has always been remote for the last 4 years, so I can't do offices anymore. See, like some people really like it. And I think maybe it just depends on the job. Like maybe the job just for me wasn't like fun enough to like want to just sit at home all day. I don't know. Or maybe I should have tried going to, oh no, there wasn't anything open at that time. I was going to say maybe I should try going to like a Starbucks or like a cafe or something. I've started going in 1 day a week to actually get dressed and interact. Yeah, that's totally understandable. One of my best friends, a different best friend, also works from home. She works for a hospital. Well, has been working from home because of pandemic, but now her position is permanently remote. But we'll go in like once a week for the same reason, just to like see her coworkers and get out of the house. Teresa says, I've been from home since COVID unless I need to go in for something. Wow. So you're all working remotely. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to like trash talk. I wasn't trash talking, in my opinion, working from home. I just wasn't as ideal as I thought it would be. I thought it would be like the best thing ever. And then I realized I wasn't going anywhere or doing anything. I was just at my house all the time. That's cool though. I'm glad you're all thriving. Oh, there's a sneak peek of my honey somewhere. We were doing in-person meetups sponsored by our company, but then everyone got Omicron, so they stopped. Yeah, man, it's spreading like wildfire. Yeah, I've known a lot of people to get sick. And even 2 of our girls who are 5-year-olds got sick, and that was really heartbreaking for a lot of us. I wouldn't pick this either, says Teresa. Well, Parsh says, I was remote 1 year before pandemic. Oh, so you were already doing remote. Okay. Wow. I didn't even know there were that many remote jobs. Who knew? I guess I've just always, I don't even think I really thought about remote jobs until the pandemic. Like I don't think it was in my realm of thought. Like I didn't think of it as a thing. So that's kind of cool that some of you have been like that forever. Not forever, but for a while. What else? What else? What else? Any other updates I can give you? Change of job. I have a video coming out. So again, so I'm posting on Tuesdays now instead of Sundays because just like today, I often only have like 1 day off of life. Which is not a bad thing. Like yesterday I face painted, but it was really fun. I got to hang out with kids and it was awesome. So I don't mean for it to be like overwhelming or exhausting. Sometimes it's just, I still consider that like work. So, what am I saying? Oh, so often, I don't know why I'm like showing the hand motions, but often on Sundays I would try to crunch a video in, film and create, film, edit, and that takes hours and hours and hours. If you guys don't know, at least for me, maybe some of the folks in the chat here can say otherwise, but it takes like a solid 2 hours to edit on top of spending hours crafting and whatever else. It's kind of exhausting. Anyways, I just felt so much pressure to crunch things in on Sunday, and then I also felt like I wasn't getting my day off. So I've moved my videos to Tuesdays. I'm still kind of figuring out times just because my times are a little wonky. So originally I was supposed to have grad classes in the morning, work in the afternoon, but my professor got COVID and had developing symptoms. So they last minute got a different professor, because that professor just said they weren't feeling, prepared, not because they were giving her the boot, but weren't mentally or physically well enough to be able to do it. Anyways, all of that to say, now I have work in the afternoon and class in the evening. So I'm like, when the heck am I gonna put out my videos? Give me your guys's, let me know what you think. Do you feel like videos during the weekdays do better in like the middle of the day or in the evenings? Because I've heard a mix of both and I'm not really sure yet. But yes, I'm posting on Tuesdays now instead of Sundays. That is a big update. Oh, excuse me. Good morning. It's okay that you're late. I hope everything's okay. An unexpected phone call. But thanks for being here anyways. I so appreciate you guys being here. I feel like I have friends. Megan the Crafty Quinn says, yeah, no, it takes me hours and hours too. I also have ADHD, so maybe it's because I get distracted and walk away while crafting. Yeah, well, and I think part of it for me too is sometimes I go into crafting like with a plan. And then sometimes during that, the plan's not working, so you need different materials that you need to grab, or you need to problem solve, or whatever. But sometimes I'm like, okay, these are my ideas, and these are kind of the color schemes. What am I going to like make out of it? My dad's trying to call me. Sorry, Dad. We'll talk later. So it's not as easy as like, here are all my things, and I'm gonna make it work, because sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you got to figure it out along the way. I'm sure you've all experienced that if you've crafted before, or like you get screwed, like, oh my gosh, I ran out of hot glue sticks. That would suck too. But the editing for me is the worst. Editing sucks, man. I think I talk about this on every live. It takes so long. I'm trying to get better at it, and I think I am in some ways. But it takes me like 2 hours. Does it take you guys that long? It takes me like I don't think I've ever gotten it done in less than 2 hours, unless it was a super short video, like under 10 minutes or something, which I try not to do so I can accumulate time, and eventually the time will have ads and whatever. But that's the part that really gets me. Like, I have thought about just playing music in the background and not giving any instructions. Some crafting channels do that, and it just seems so much easier. But I do think it's helpful if people want to remake it or inspire them or whatever to be talking through what you're doing. So I will not be doing that. But anyway, so now I feel better because, for example, like I said, I crafted yesterday. So now I just have to edit and upload before Tuesday, and I have plenty of time because I have today and tomorrow to be able to do that. On top of, making sure I do my homework and stuff like that. However, that won't take like 12 hours. But anyways, I feel a lot less stressed now that I'm posting on Tuesdays, because I'm able to spread things out and not feel like I have to squish it all on my one day off. And when I first started YouTube, I was also crafting during the week sometimes, and I just can't anymore. It's just tough, especially while being in grad school with homework and such. All right, Megan the oh, hold on. Brenda from Monner's Market says, it takes me a few hours too. The Crafty Quinn says, I do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. My Thursdays do better than Thursdays. I'm not sure which one you meant, but I think it has more to do with the theme. Tuesdays, I do shop with me videos, which is brand new for the channel. Yeah, that's right. If you guys haven't been watching Megan lately, she's got some updates too. She's doing some shop with me's now on her channel, and not just Dollar Tree DIY. She's switching it up. Teresa says, I usually edit while doing something else. If I'm really focused, it probably takes me an hour. Whoa! I have no idea how you do that. Thursdays do better than Tuesdays, Megan says. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, I have tried to get it done in an hour before, and I just can't. But I'm also trying to get better at like leaving what's necessary in the video. Like if I'm repeating an action, show it 2 times and not for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it is. Y'all, time is precious when you're editing on YouTube. It's pretty crazy. Bear, did you make coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were holding something. You can grab something. I tried hardwiring the laptop to the Wi-Fi router, honey, and it didn't work.
No.
No, I went on StreamYard, and StreamYard literally told me I had one bar of Wi-Fi, even though my computer said I had full bar.
Oh.
And it was super blurry. So we're on the phone per usual. I'm just gonna have to keep doing it this way. Yeah, teach us your ways. I'm in grad school as well. My life is hectic. Oh, what are you studying? I didn't know that. Stop filming stuff you will edit out. Yeah, that's something I'm trying to work on too, is not filming when I don't. Like sometimes I'm in the groove. Like yesterday when I was creating, I had like a 9-minute clip, which was all stuff that was like step by like went cohesively together. However, my issue too is when I transfer from my camera, because I use a camera, not my phone, to my laptop, it can't take files that big. So I end up having to like manually remote split them. I don't remember why I'm mentioning that. But anyways, oh, that's why I'm saying, because sometimes I'm in the groove and it really all goes together. But then there's other parts where I'm like, okay, I'm painting for like 100 years. And not like a painting, but like, let's say I'm painting something just plain black or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I guess they could just watch like a few seconds of this and not the whole thing. So, yes, that's a good tip. Thank you, Sharita. I've actually been doing that recently. Yeah, I'm trying to. I forget sometimes as well, though. And then sometimes my brain is like, oh, but I should show them the whole process. And then I'm like, when I'm editing, I'm like, this is so boring. Who wants to watch this for the next 2 minutes? Health law. Whoa, that's cool. I've got to go craft. Have a great day, ladies. Thanks so much for joining, LaParche. I super appreciate it. And good luck at school. Hey, friend. So sorry. I got to get ready for my social media coaching session with a client. Yeah. By the way, yes, Megan is now doing some social media coaching. If you're interested, hit her up. She'll fill you in that. That's pretty cool. I suck at social media, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But also, I also look at it from a different lens. So, like for example, for me, with my Instagram, I really want to share parts of like things I'm interested in and my life and integrate that with like crafting. I don't want it to just be one or the other. I know that it's a lot of folks have specific accounts just for crafting. And I've thought about it. I would also have to like rebuild my audience on there. Maybe that'd be a good thing, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll do it. Let me know what you guys prefer. I really like sharing parts of my life on there too, but let me know if you think I should separate the two. Do you usually do a whole project before you start another? What do you mean? Yes. Oh, no, sometimes. Oh, I see what you're asking. It depends. Usually, yes. However, if something like needs time to dry or something like that, then I might start another one, depending also on the setup I have at the table in front of me. Hi, love. Sorry. And yeah, sorry. So yes, sometimes I have complete one and then another, but sometimes not always. I guess I could get better at doing that. I feel like for me, it's like the setup. Then I have to like switch all my materials. I don't know. Maybe that will make it a little bit easier though, or condensed, I should say. Filming. Oh, wait, I think I answered that. Because filming would be the same timeline as crafting, right? I've also been realizing, so like, I don't have to film my intros on the same day that I make my video. That was like a revelation I just had recently. I'll try to film a little how to. Okay, thanks, Teresa. but I've always like been like, okay, I have to film my intro and then my thing and like most of the time I'm just saying generic things anyway. So like I mean sometimes I know what I'm gonna make when I make my intros and I'm like, great, we're gonna get in today's Valentine's Day DIYs. But other times I'm just like, hey, welcome to our channel, super excited you're here, blah blah blah. So I'm like, oh, I could totally just film intros whenever and um and just have them in my back pocket, which is what I did this week. I filmed my intro, I think, a week ago. I just realized also I forgot to post. I mean, I posted this on my personal Facebook page yesterday that I'd be going live today, but I didn't repost it today. So I was like, where are my friends at? But that's okay. I will film several general intros and have them edited and plop them in. Whoa, that's genius. I should do that more often. I reuse them. No way! And people don't notice? Oh, sorry, I said it out loud. She puts a little shush symbol afterwards. That is really smart. Hey, Steve. Good morning, welcome, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I keep forgetting that even though it's morning here, technically on the East Coast, it's afternoon, which was funny because when Megan joined, she was like, hey, I'm just making a frozen pizza. And I was like, whoa, at 10:30 in the morning? But just kidding, it's afternoon because she lives in Virginia, DC-ish area. Speaking of which, I am pretty hungry. I don't know what I want for lunch though. There's a taco place across from my apartment that always sounds tempting. However, I'll probably look in the fridge first. That was my husband's suggestion. Just switch out your shirt. Yeah. And I think Sammy said she does that too. Like, I don't think she reuses them, but she just like changes her outfit and then films the next one. Although hers are always more specific too, though, because she'll be like, oh, I hope you guys like that first DIY. I did something, something, something. But if I remember right, I think she does the same thing. She just like films a bunch in a row. That is genius. Also, I would think I was noticing that with maybe Jackie from Mimi's World. I think she has the same intro every time. I'm not sure. I think so though. So I'm like, this looks familiar. That is smart. Also, if I'm including cocktails, I could just like make them all at once and just sip them and then be like, okay, that's it. Or like whatever. Or maybe I have just one type that I film that day and then maybe next time I use a different whatever. Anyways, just thinking ahead now. That's super smart though. And I think I'll do that more often. Also, I'm it's being on YouTube is like kind of stressful. It's fun, but also kind of stressful. So I'm trying to make it less stressful. And I really like that tip. 12:30 p.m. here. Where do you live in the world, Steve? Keep it super short. No one's going to care. Yeah, I've kind of realized that too. Like half the time I don't even butt in the middle and be like, hey, make sure that you subscribe. I'm just like, whatever. I don't think people care about those parts anyways. Do you guys feel like people prefer to see your face live in your intro? Or like some people I know just do like an image or almost like a thumbnail or whatever, where it's just like, hey, welcome to my channel. My name is such and such. And it's just got a picture of yourself and then like a little short description and things like that. Do you feel like people like those more? Or if you're a person who watches lots of YouTubers, give us your opinion too. Because I have debated doing that, but I like the idea of like being live with my people. I do a mix. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I just, from my I don't know. I just feel like it fosters a greater connection to see their face. I like watching the intros when there's humans, so that's probably why I do it, but I don't know if that's the best way to do it just because I like it. So maybe I'll try that. Or maybe instead of like the second button of being like, make sure you subscribe, I'll put up a little card or whatever. Upstate New York. Whoa, that's cool. Morning, Jamie. So Jamie says morning. Jamie, you're in Colorado, I think. I never knew you were from New York, Steve. That's pretty cool. Is it crazy weather there? I have heard from a family I babysit who studied law in New York that pretty much everyone they know in New York is sick. Good morning. It's 11. Um, yeah, because I think yeah, Colorado. Okay, that's what I thought. So you're right above me because I'm in New Mexico and we're in the same time zone, I believe. Have you guys gotten much snow this year, Jamie? I was saying earlier in my chat that it only snowed once in New Mexico this year, at least in like the Santa Fe-ish area. I don't know about further north. Like Taos gets way more snow than we do. Um, but how's Colorado been? Has it been snowy? It snowed here around like Christmas time, and it was beautiful, and there was a few inches, and that was it. We did get one, and New Year's Eve was like freezing rain, which sucked because um we were gonna go to this event at the plaza, at the Santa Fe Plaza, which is like in the middle of downtown. If you guys have never gone to downtown Santa Fe, it's so different than any downtown you'll ever go to. It's very cool. And they were gonna have like live music, and they were gonna raise a glowing Zia symbol at midnight instead of like the ball drop type of thing, and they were gonna have like bonfire set out, and it was freezing rain, and I really wanted to check it out, but it just didn't. It was not good weather. So my friends and I decided that we were not going. Well, my honey and my friends were decided that we weren't going to go. So I was kind of bummed, but maybe it'll be better next year. It was really cold though, I won't lie, and it was like pouring rain. So I'm like, I don't even know if they would have bonfires anyways because they would be soaking wet. Because I thought like even if it's cold, maybe we'll get near a bonfire or whatever. But the rain kind of was a damper on all that. Jamie said, no, we are so darn dry. Yeah, it's been dry here too. We only got that one snow. It still gets like dewy in the middle of the night, so I don't know if that hopefully helps with the moisture. I don't know. Steve says a little crazy. Oh, so I asked Steve about New York. How's New York? A little crazy, cold as heck, but not as much snow as usual. Man, so maybe it's just kind of an everywhere thing. It's just not snowing as much as usual. Weird. We're watering the lawn today. Whoa, that's crazy. We don't have a lawn. It's brown. It's like dirt and scraps of brownness. But also, I live in an apartment, so that's not my job. My goal, however, I would say, well, I talked to this really cool org here called HomeWise. I don't know if that's anywhere else in the world or not. But anyways, they help you kind of, they teach you how to be more financially fit to get ready to have a home, like a house. And so I talked to them. We talked about like I have school debt and stuff like that, whatever. But basically, they work with you to figure out how to manage all that. And then when you're ready, which sounds like it's about 2 years out for us, which is understandable and fine, they can like help. They give you, I don't know how it works, but they help you to be able to put down like a 5% deposit instead of like a 10% or sorry, 20% deposit. So you're only paying a small portion up front. So my hope is to not be in an apartment in 2 years. I'd be interested in moving into like a different apartment next year if it's affordable. But I think we're in the most affordable apartments around, although they up the price. But anyways, all that to say, I hope someday to have some land where I can do gardening and can have a lawn or whatever. And Steven's really excited too. He loves doing yard work. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been really interesting talking to them. One of my friends slash person who hires me for random things, told me about it. She was like, you should connect with HomeWise because they basically make it affordable so that you can buy a home, but in like a rental type price, which is pretty dang cool. Try to have 20% so you can avoid PMI. I don't know what that means, but mortgage insurance, by the way. Yeah, so I'm still learning a lot. They have like financial fitness classes and other stuff, but they really walk you through the process, and they have different types of like loans, and I don't know how the interest and all that works. It was a long conversation. Um, but they're really reputable in the area, and they really help people get into homes. So I'm trusting the process at this point of what the information they're providing me. But yes, I have a lot left to learn, which will also help in not being able to quite afford a home for the next 2 years. Mainly due to not because we can't. It's actually mostly because I have like debt from school and stuff like that I need to, and my car, that will help lower. They look at like numerous different things. So like how much are you making, but also, what type of debt do you have? Can you lower that so that you can whatever in your credit? And I don't know, they look at a million different things. I don't know if that's like that everywhere or not, but yeah, I'm excited, and hopefully we'll have a home in a couple of years, which will be really cool. We both really want an adobe house here in the area. Debt to income ration. Yeah, pretty much. Thank goodness that I don't have to pay interest on loans right now. School loans, at least. And my car loan is actually I shouldn't say almost done, but my Jeep was originally $14,000 plus whatever weird little fees they had in there, but I'm down to 5,000, so I'm really excited about that. I feel like I'm getting really close to paying it off, which is really awesome. Part of me wants to just be like, okay, just work a bunch and just pay it off all at once, but it's of course like more, I feel like it's better to like portion things out and not just splurge and then be totally, like have nothing left from your paycheck. And Steven's really great at saving money too, which is really awesome, and taking care of things. Well, guys, it's been fun. I think I'm gonna hop off. I'm getting hungry, and like I said, I just woke up a little bit before coming on here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of waking up and have some food. And I think I'm gonna try to make myself work out today. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna make myself work out today. Maybe we'll go for a hike or do a at-home workout or something. We'll see. But thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on Tuesday with my next video. So keep an eye out for that. Bye.